Brian, I need you to listen to me very closely. I know that you've
Yes.
been I know you've been thinking that we are actually a podcast co-host dynamic duo with almost half a year's worth of episodes under our belt. This isn't
Yes.
this is a hallucination. You're having your brain's broken. You need to chop it
What?
up.
What? What is
Brian,
that? What are you doing? What's
it's not
what is that
real, Brian.
spiky? What's the spiky object dangling before my eye?
Ask your good friend Zack Snyder. You'll be seeing him very soon.
But we're doing Moulin Rouge.
This is all the power you ever had. Now it is mine. Pity, there is not more time for us.
You tell him it's open season on all suckheads.
Just gonna have to teach you a lesson. No more clowning around. Fire
Is that gasoline I smell? No, man. No!
Hello, everyone. It's Edging with Trash and Monk, the show that's definitely real. I'm Monk.
Wait, it's real?
I don't know at this point.
Oh my god.
I'm fucked in the head. I'm Monk. We got our co-host Briantrash, who you may or may not
Hi.
be aware of from listening to previous episodes or just knowing
You know
Brian.
what's wild is when I'm dancing, I can't see it. It doesn't happen. And all of a sudden, an old man starts speaking to me.
Yeah.
Great. It's great. Yeah. Normal stuff.
I forgot that was in Sucker Punch. I've got some good news for everyone here.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I do demand you call me baby doll for the rest of the episode.
I'm not doing that.
No, I wouldn't do that either. I think I'd get tired of that really quick anyways. Okay, but what about honey pie?
Sweet pea, sweet bee.
Sweet bee. There we go.
God.
You had good news though. What was the good news?
I do have good news. So it's May 30th, 2024 in some parts of the country. And we did it, everyone. We saved democracy.
Yay!
we finally find that the Orange Man, we finally found him guilty of something he will probably have to pay an insignificant amount of money for and maybe be under house arrest for a little bit and probably still win the presidency. But we did it, everyone. Democracy saved.
You may remember some years ago. I know, not it was years. Okay, so it's there was a whole pandemic, the whole thing. Okay,
Pandemic, more like.
Yeah, so true. But there was a frickin' Cheeto in the White House.
A heckin' corn snack, and we had to hashtag resistance against him so that we could get this old racist white man out of the White House where you don't belong.
No more racist white man in the White House. Wait, we're gonna replace him with another racist white man? Oh, but no.
Here's the thing: is Joe Biden, Joe Brandon, as his critics may call him. He's actually, because he can't do anything because there's that mean old evil man, but we got him, ladies and gentlemen. We got him.
We got him. I feel just like George Bush. I feel just like, sorry, Barack Obama. Oh, sorry, Bill Clinton.
You know that lady from a while back, what was her name? I think she was like Bill Clinton's wife. She said that guy was kind of a mean old dude, and you know what? I didn't believe her at first, but you know what? I should have been with her. I guess
You should have been with her. Absolutely.
she was saying what no one else would. You know that
She was
Trump
saying,
is
"Big
kind
old
of
me."
bad.
Yeah, Mister, grab him by the what was it?
I think he was grabbing daffodils from the field, and he's saying
Oh wow.
grab them by the stems. You don't want to grab their petals.
That's true.
Put 'em-
You know, that's what they said in Zack Snyder's seminal work, Sucker Punch, is grab them by the stem so you don't damage the petals.
Oh my god, we're so fucked, aren't we?
Yeah, this is bad. I was listening at a pretty cool, not to bring other podcasts up, you know.
Yeah.
But I got some I'm semi-friendly with somebody from the podcast, manufactured content.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's they were talking about it before the thing dropped, right? So they just released their episode right before all that happened. So it was kind of funny listening to it. But just like, it's so funny because after this happens, immediately Hunter Biden's trial starts. And I'm just like, oh no.
Oh my god!
It's
Maybe Hunter should be president. Maybe we can bridge the gap between Trump and Biden by electing the insane crazy guy.
Hey, I mean,
probably as much as it's fun to say Hunter Biden is based, he's probably not the most based in the world.
He's probably not actually a cool dude, but I do appreciate, and this is important, okay?
I do appreciate smoking crack. That's just inherently
no more powder cocaine in the White House, only crack, okay? That's what I'm saying. That's the future that the White House needs.
It's like the Secret Service is like walking into the 7-Eleven in like a bad part of town, and like clearing the area before Hunter Biden walks in to buy the little plastic rose in the glass tube.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I just like to imagine like Secret Service agents becoming coke addicts, or sorry, crack addicts. So you have like the whole Secret Service and Hunter Biden all doing coke. Sorry, I keep saying coke.
I think that was what Nazi Germany was.
Oh no, that was meth.
Same difference.
Sure.
He's smoking rocks.
Yeah, you know. Well, I mean, here's the thing is everyone's like, oh, you know, coke, meth, it's all the same thing. I'm just telling you, meth's better.
Glad to know where you're political. I'm glad to know you.
I'm just saying if the Nazis did one thing right, that is give amphetamines to everybody. Okay.
Okay.
These American booned motherfuckers, they're like, cocaine. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Amphetamines.
What were all the USSR people on? I guess
they love of their people.
Plasm.
they were feeling incredible worker patriotism. That's what they got high on. Yeah, and then like obscene quantities of vodka.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm sure people were doing drugs too, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Aside from vodka,
if you were around in the USSR in like the 40s, if you're like 100 years old,
you know, if you're ancient,
let us know.
I mean, even if you weren't there, I'm just saying, let us know, because if you're ancient, I'm very interested in how you're here.
Yeah.
Watching us, and then also very interested in.
I love talking to old dudes or old women or old anyone really. I think it's interesting seeing someone whose like brain is turning to mush and like talking to them. I'm thinking, wow, I wish that was me.
I wish my brain was turning to mush. Now, how do I get that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do I get that, but sooner?
Yeah. I was thinking, so it's funny. I saw a nice post about the, speaking of melting brains, about one of the debates and like what it's going to look like. Cause RFK's in there too, right? We got three.
Wait, is he
three,
there?
Theoretically, yeah.
Really? I
Anyway,
thought they were
just
like
go
letting
with
him
it. Just go
pretend
with
to
it.
be
Just,
a real candidate.
just go with it. Just go with
Okay.
it. You know? Okay. And so RFK, Joe Biden, and Donald J. Trump, a freaking cheetah, hang out on the CNN stage, right? And you got Joe Biden up there, and he's frothing at the mouth from the Vyvanse combo that he's on, and you got Donald J. Trump calling using JPay and using the jail phone, and it keeps cutting out because the infrastructure is so bad. And then RFK Jr. talking about how he knows lots of pedophiles, but not like they're not like friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I just really
that's pretty
appreciate
accurate.
that. I think that's probably what's going to happen. I love that.
Yeah, I saw a picture of Donald Trump for the first time in a while a couple days ago. Dude's looking kind of fucking svelte. Dude's on the fucking Ozempic for sure.
My dude and Drake are on the Ozempic.
That's one of two things he has in common with Drake.
Well, I mean, unless he's getting a BBL, and then that's three. What do you think Trump would look like with a BBL? Do you think it'd look good? No. I don't think it'd look good.
No, I think if you're gonna get cosmetic surgery, Mr. Trump, I think I speak for everyone and say, fucking just go for the hair plugs. Talk to fucking Elon. He's got the guy.
He's got the hookup.
Everyone can tell, even the people who like you can tell. And like, yeah, I mean, you see, I don't think anyone really cares, but you seem to be somewhat self-conscious about it. So you know what? Just get some fucking real hair on you. Call it a day. You can afford it, I know. Maybe even fucking you can get the guy next to you in I guess house arrest, your neighbor.
Yeah, your I don't know, wife? No, she's gonna leave his ass.
Yeah, you can fucking go get your hair plugs done in the garage while fucking Aaron Trump cuddles with your wife for 16 hours straight.
Yeah. It's not weird. None of this is weird. It's all normal.
This is just what being rich does, is it creates a very fucked environment for the entire family.
They're all wrecked. It's weird and funny. Yeah, no, have you heard about the treatment, the hair treatment that he allegedly got that made his hair look like that?
Wait,
not
Trump or Elon?
Exactly. Trump
Had treatment? I thought it was like a fucking tube.
You know, a lot of people say it's a tube, but it's I heard tell that what he actually got done was that it was this very weird treatment I had never heard of happening before, which it's like cutting strips of skin from like around your head and then moving them to the front of your head. Like sounds painful.
I guess that's
in a way that hair
like
plugs just wouldn't be.
I guess that's a thing that people like. A skin transplant is like a thing that like hair happens after a skin transplant, because like I see all these fucking stories about like, yeah, I had like a skin graft from my ass onto like the back of my hand or something like that, and now I have ass hair on my hand.
That's a blessing. And that's a blessing. Oh,
what's some other fucking? We're still on Trump watch, I guess.
Trump watch.
I've seen the fucking libs are losing their mind about this, which I mean, understandable. I think they can have the dub on this one. You know, get back to work is what I have to say. But whatever, tonight's for you.
Yeah, you know, fucking. Bless you. I hope that this fervor that you're feeling right now translates into anything good.
Yeah. But fucking seeing the Republicans' reaction to this is also like fucking insane because they're acting like it's fucking like 9/11 when like this is like, motherfucker, you're all still going to vote for him. Like what's changed?
Yeah.
Do you think there's a single person on this planet who has changed their mind on Donald Trump because of this trial? One person.
No. Like, maybe if they get him with like the real things
Yeah.
later. But
Yeah.
like this, no way. I mean, I don't even think
fucking
that
care about this,
necessarily.
you know?
It's like, oh yeah,
wow, a rich business guy used hush money to pay off someone who he fucking sexually assaulted. It's like,
yeah,
welcome to fucking the real world. That happens every day.
Yeah, he paid hush money to cover up a crime.
No,
It's
he
like, okay,
filled out the wrong tax form. I'm sure that's never happened before.
Yeah. So, you know, that's that. That's
yeah, but like fucking like
yeah.
I saw this one post that was fucking nasty as hell with this guy, and he's like, I looked at who the guy was because I didn't recognize him. He's like some fucking attorney that took some court case where some kid guy's David Piftorak. I don't know if you've heard about this guy. He's like a lawyer who took a case where some high schooler said some insanely transphobic shit and got suspended, and he was like the defense attorney for that. Or no, he sued the school or some shit.
Well, Frank, what a based red pilled groiper.
Yeah.
Wait, is he just like a lawyer?
Well, he's like definitely. Let me tell you about the post.
Okay.
And
All
you
right.
can decide. So the post is an AI image of Donald Trump with fucking dreadlocks. And the caption is, "Today was our George Floyd moment."
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah, I don't even think that like the fucking like I'm looking at his comments. I don't even think the fucking Republicans are on board for that one.
Oh, whoa, dog. We can't call Trump black. He's not Bill Clinton.
Jesus Christ.
Oh God. I know you, Monk, I know you might be young, but do you remember that people said that about Bill Clinton?
What? That he was a George Floyd?
No, that he was the first black president.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Because he's from the South. White guys from the South have like this weird like delusion that they are more black than other white guys.
I mean, you know, I'm sure, but it wasn't even that. It's like worse.
He plays
because he played saxophone.
Oh my God, no. I was saying it as a joke. You can't come around and tell me that's real. Why?
I think the best part about that, Monk, for me, okay, as a white, the best part about that for me, is that motherfucker like was living on a plantation in Arkansas with Hillary, and people never gave him any shit for it, but they gave Hillary shit for it because classic America, right? But
well, it doesn't. It probably doesn't.
They were literally.
It doesn't help that like Hillary wrote about it in a book, and Bill Clinton did not.
That's true. She did write about the help in the book, and yeah, prison labor help.
I do think that people also kind of forget that Hillary and Bill Clinton are married. So,
it is pretty easy to forget that they never show up next to each other except to like you know during campaigning and
during their like adrenochrome appointments.
Yeah, when they're like worshiping the owl god.
Yeah,
people.
Bohemian Grove.
Yeah, they're at the Bohemian Grove having like. Well, she can't go.
Oh, that's true.
She has to go to a separate grove. She has to go to like Austrian Grove. Sorry, that's the dumbest joke. But yeah, but nobody gave Bill shit about it, even though Bill definitely. I mean, I guess people were like too concerned with like how Bill Clinton like sexually exploited his secretaries. So
Yeah, I mean, they all have their unique characteristics, and that's
yeah.
why U.S. politics are just so. It's like a box of chocolates, you've got so many fun flavors, and
Yeah.
you can mix and match them all you want.
Forrest Gump met the president.
So that's our little news and politics section,
Yeah.
I guess.
What if we had one of those sounds that was like that was like that?
Is that like
It's like
supposed to be like
news.
Morse code? Is that what that is? Like a telegram from like a news
I thought-
line coming in?
Yeah, maybe. I thought it was just like, I don't know, some gay shit going on or something like that. But
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's
they
Morse code.
they were like, we got a gay guy, Scott, and that's how you know the news is coming. Is that not it?
It could be. I mean, I think I actually don't know anything about the Morse code, but I thought about it about 15 seconds ago, so I'm gonna assume that's what it is.
Yeah, it's that.
It's like the news
It's that.
ticker. It's like
Yeah.
Oh, we've got an incoming wire.
Incoming wire. Somebody just holds up their ear to their earpiece, and like, I don't know, a bunch of like special agents jump out of a room, and it's like, oh, the news is here.
It's like a priority telegram, and it's like kitten found standing on top of turtle. Like for like some shitty puff piece.
More at 11.
12-year-old boy selling lemonade to pay for his mother's cancer treatment.
Bootstraps. Yeah. Oh yeah, what's the other one good one? Worms in my vagina? More likely than you think. More at 11.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going until 11. That would be a little bit long.
No, that'd be a little long. That'd be a little long.
What we are going to is we're going to Mars, Brian. I don't know if you knew about this.
We're not getting in your chopper. We're getting to Mars.
Get to Mars. Yeah, it's we watched Total Recall. We watched another one of these fucking Paul Verhoeven movies.
Fuck
Brian,
yeah.
Fucking it was nuts for. It's like,
do you not?
I think they're fine.
Damn.
I'm not. I don't know what to say. I think it's a very good movie. I don't have the same sort of cat that has catnip in front of them reaction that you do.
True. You don't see like some whole like hilariously over the top visual effects and violence.
Yeah,
and
I don't
go and make like the soy face.
Yeah, I don't I don't have my eyes pop out of my head and go when I see Paul Verhoeven.
You don't have your eyes pop out of your head like you're on the surface of Mars without an environment suit on, and you're just like,
yeah. That was my favorite part during that scene when there was an in the background.
Yeah.
There was actually a funny sound, a real funny sound effect on that. Like they all go out of the tube. It goes like
sounds like a fucking grenade launcher. It's fucking tight. I'm a Verhoeven fan. There's only one movie by Verhoeven I haven't seen.
Yeah.
And I bet you can guess which one it is. I bet you can guess.
I don't know all of them. So I'm going to go with the only other one that you have not seen RoboCop.
No, I've seen RoboCop. No, I haven't seen Showgirls, which is the hardest one to watch from everyone I've ever talked to.
Interesting.
But it does have Kyle MacLachlan in it, as well as one of the characters from Saved by the Bell trying to get out of the pigeonhole of being a high schooler in media. She ended up losing her whole career by going completely in the other way and being a stripper and I think other kind of sex worker too in that movie, but I don't know. I've only seen it a little.
Interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a movie I'm gonna get around to it one of these days.
Yeah. Maybe on a premium episode. Who knows?
Maybe on a premium episode.
More on that at some point.
Maybe. At some point, maybe. Oh, actually, you know what? I do have news though.
You do have news?
Yeah, I launched the Patreon. You can now. There's probably going to be a link somewhere you can go to it, but also if you just look up "Edging with Trash and Monk" on Patreon, you'll find it. It's out there.
Hell yeah!
And it's not populated with very much yet, but it is out there.
We are working on our Patreon Star Wars episodes, which is our first Patreon thing.
They're coming.
We got one in the bag already. It just needs to be processed and put onto the Patreon.
We just need to process it.
You definitely have to give us money to listen. Definitely cannot go, hey, I don't want to subscribe to the Patreon. Can you send me the link to this?
You'll get at least one, okay? But here's the thing about the Patreon, folks, okay? I just want to say, here's the thing about the Patreon. It is $1. So I'm, fucking I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
I'm saying if you really can't afford that, like, fine. Sure. Just hit us up. But come on.
come on, $1.
Come on, it's $1. It's cheaper it's cheaper than a Twitch sub. I'm just saying. Okay?
It's cheaper than a whole fucking grocery cart of groceries. Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you, Brandon. It's cheaper. It's cheaper than buying a pack of gum. Like, come on.
Is that 100% true?
Yeah.
I bet you can find gum for
under
under $1.
Not at the store. Maybe online. Maybe you can find it online.
Well, it is definitely it's
you
more
buy maybe
expensive.
A stick of gum.
It's the price of 4 gumballs.
True.
So if you how long do 4 gumballs last? Like probably 20 minutes.
Maybe. Yeah.
Versus the whole ass great, my work laptop is beeping at me now. Versus the whole ass however long that episode was, hour and a half or so.
It was like something like that. I don't know. Only one way to find it.
I'm really excited about all these fucking random beeps my work computer is making. Definitely.
I know that's
recording.
That's fucking amazing. Oh,
and you
can
support this commitment to professional quality by giving us $1.
$1. A pittance, and you can listen to our bad podcast. One day maybe we'll like try harder. Maybe
one day we'll have enough
it could
Patreon
happen.
subs that we could pay someone to make the podcast good.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something? Yeah, maybe one day we'll get enough money I can get a Vyvanse prescription, and then it'll be easy sailing forever and ever. Amen.
Yeah. You know that like who is that guy that was like the producer for like that Rebecca Black song Friday? The guy like the pedophile guy who had all these like
When he's a pedophile?
Yeah. He had all like he had all these fucking kids come on, and he'd like with like basically just their parents paid him to produce these like professional music videos for him.
Yeah.
Definitely a pedophile.
Damn, I had no idea about that. I believe it though, but also woof.
Yeah, who is that guy? Because I think it would be nice to like imagine if there was like that guy for like kids who wanted a podcast. There probably is.
Oh my god, there probably is. There probably really is one of those motherfuckers.
Because I know there are producers who will actually work in the industry, but I know there's probably some fucking nerd ass like 12-year-old boys who are like, Andrew Tate's so cool, Mom. I want to be a podcaster.
I want to be a podcaster. It used to be streamer and now it's podcaster. We're just like really chasing the bleeding edge of
You're reverting though, aren't you? You're going back to the fucking streamer life.
I'm doing both, you know. Got to do it both. I want people. You see, because I'm streaming just to tell people the good news. Okay, the good news is that Edging for Trash and Monk is a podcast you can listen to. Fuck the Bible. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Arc Music Factory is what it was, and let's see.
It's gonna be
Patrice
so fun.
Wilson,
Maybe, I don't know.
Clarence J.
I got no idea.
Maybe
Maybe Patrice Wilson. That sounds right. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I don't know.
Who knows?
Arc Music Factory about. Okay, no, there's nothing. They didn't say. That doesn't. Okay, hold on. If I Google. Hold on. There's Friday, the Rebecca Black song. If I just if I search term pedophile. No, nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing.
You know,
Arc
maybe
Music Factory. Patrice Wilson coming up clean. Coming up clean. Okay, what about Clarence J? I'm
pretty
just
sure. I'm
wondering
pretty sure it
if
was
you.
Patrice Wilson. I may have just called this man a pedophile for no.
I think you may have just.
But you know what? He had that
I think
fucking.
you
Have
might
you
have heard
seen that
a
video
rumor.
for that song Chinese food or whatever the fuck? That dude's fucking weird. I'm sorry. I wouldn't let my kids around that dude.
I wouldn't let my because made weird music video. You know, it's fair, honestly. I mean, it's not, but it is. You know. You do, you know. What, are you gonna have kids one day? Doubt it.
Also, this dude's probably. I don't even think this guy's like. When was the last time this dude did anything? You know.
That's a good question. Yeah. That's a good question. It's probably been a minute. I didn't see anything new come up, so all I know is that Arc Music Factory is real, okay? And I'm holding on to that. That's how I'm grounding myself, okay? They're real. Unlike this podcast, which I found out earlier is fake, and I'm hallucinating the whole time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Being hallucinating the whole time, the fucking movie we watched.
Oh yeah.
Good movie. Total Recall.
Yeah.
I was a big fan. I think Total Recall is the rare example of a movie that has like this subplot about how like there's a lot of movies out there that are like people have this reputation of being like this mindfuck movie where you don't know what happens is real or if it's fake. It's gonna fucking blow your whole fucking mind, you know. And I think most of those movies, number one, have a very clear intended reading to them that some people are just too dumb to understand, or number two, are hard to understand, not because they are actually well made, but because they are confusing for no good reason.
A classic.
But I think Total Recall is a rare example of a movie that has like some like major parts of its story that are genuinely ambiguous that doesn't suck.
Yeah, agreed. It is really good for that. It has some really good stuff going on when it comes to that, because when you're watching the movie, you'll see at the beginning that all the things that happen in the movie are being referenced in that opening scene.
Yeah, down to like little tiny details too. Like he says something about cab. It's been a few days since we saw the movie, but he said something specifically about like, oh, there won't be any waiting for cab drivers or anything like that. And you know what? He always finds a cab like immediately. Because like the big broad strokes are all like that's all foreshadowed, and that's like something that you can pick up during like a first viewing. But I didn't notice exactly how specific the things that were talked about were like forecasted in the beginning until this most recent watch through, you know.
Yeah, it's very blatant. But it's subtle enough with it that you don't notice it unless you're really looking for it. And I just love that. I love that. That's some really nice filmmaking right there.
Yeah.
It's not like watching fucking Inception where it's like, ooh, I'm not sure where this is gonna end up. Whoa. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is just like actually kind of thoughtfully done in a way that's like, oh yeah, well, you don't actually know what's happening exactly. Good luck. It's like, oh.
Yeah. And there are like valid like ways that you could read this like as if it is really happening. I think like for example, like why like you can go back and forth on things. Like there's a scene midway through the movie where Wade is confronted with the idea that the things around him might not be real and he might be hallucinating all of this shit. And he's told to like eat this pill, and he's given like a refresher on foreshadowing where it's like, if you don't do this other shit's gonna happen, and that other shit all happens. But like you go back and forth because like number one, he ends up not taking this pill because the doctor who sells him on it, like you can see like he sees like a bead of sweat going down his forehead and is like, that's enough. I'm not gonna, people are after me, I'm gonna fucking kill this dude,
Yeah, I know this guy. This guy's bullshit.
Yeah, but then at the same time, like, why would he be sweating? But also, why would they be trying to kill him when later on in the story, like, they're not trying to kill him,
Yeah.
it's revealed in another twist that like he's been being helped by the supposed antagonist this whole time. So it's I mean, it's genuinely like hard to say 100%. It's definitely this or it's definitely that, but also, like I said, it's like doing that in a way that's actually interesting, which I think is not the case most of the time.
Yeah, rarely. And gotta say, just love that about Verhoeven. Verhoeven's willing to like really dig in and do that kind of stuff, and then also, of course, willing to put in the weird shit, get weird with it. And this movie loves getting weird with it.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's so much fucking excellent makeup and prosthetic in this movie. My favorite probably, I'm gonna ask your favorite, so think about it for a second. But like my favorite is the taxi cab driver when he reveals his arm.
That one's really good.
That's so fucking good.
Can I
What's
give
your
a really
favorite?
shitty answer to this?
A shitty answer? Okay, interesting.
There's scenes in this movie that are always like genuinely look really good, that I for like the special effects and prop work that obviously like the fucking exploding eyes bulging head is like something that is like like a classic in the term for like practical effects. The thing that always jumps out to me every time I watch the movie is the shitty little X-ray scanner in the security checkpoint.
Kind of love it. I kind of love it. Yep.
It's just like a little like very early, I think, CGI graphic of like just these people's skeletons walking around in this really awkward posture.
But you can see at least in that, and this tickles me, that it is just like to avoid getting weird with it. They're not trying to like do anything too specific with it. It is just animated. They just go, yeah, okay, this is just the animated bit. Okay. And rather than being like, oh, we're going to try and integrate with some shit and then fall on our faces. Another thing that Verhoeven is excellent at. Integrating fucking CGI into stuff.
Yeah. This isn't Total Recall, but this is another movie we've covered on the podcast. I sent you that thing about Starship Troopers, where Clancy Brown was talking about filming that with Paul Verhoeven, and during like the battle scenes, Paul would be, or Mr. Verhoeven, I'm sorry.
Yeah, please.
would like chase the actors around with a broom as a stand-in for the fucking bugs.
Amazing.
He'd be jumping like the
I
exact
love
quote
that.
from Clancy Brown is talking about how Verhoeven would be jumping up and down with a bullhorn going, "I'm a big fucking bug. I'll kill you."
That's so good. Oh, he's so good. He's just so willing to do it. Oh my God. How can you do better than that? Like,
That's how all movies should be made, I think, is there should be some
really
guy screaming
true.
at you with a bullhorn.
Yeah, get the bullhorn out and fucking go yell at your actors what you're trying to do. Be like, I'm a scary bug. Ah! I mean, I'm sure that, like, to get the reactions he needed out of Johnny Rico, fucking Casper Van Dien, and Denise Richards, especially those two actors, they fucking need it. I get that. They need something to react to.
They need something to
not,
react to. I think Clancy Brown is probably enough of a professional to not need that, or Michael Ironsides.
Yeah, they're both set. Speaking of Michael Ironsides.
Yeah, he kind of rules in this movie, and I think one of the main reasons is like Michael Ironsides is just like in any movie I see him in, he's just kind of like a fucking intimidating looking dude. I think that's just how he is. But it's very funny in this movie how he's like very much framed as like the main antagonist for most of the, like there's a guy above him, but who's like just constantly like fucking just shitting on him, basically. Like there's not it's very funny like having this guy who's like this I don't know if they have is it just the agency that they call
it's just the agency, yeah.
So he's
yeah.
He's like this like intimidating looking fucking super spy from the agency, and then he whenever he does anything, he just gets fucking chewed out for it.
So good. Yeah, I love at the beginning when the scientists that are doing the fucking the implant are just being like, what do you mean? It's the fucking agency, and they're shouting at each other in that room. It's so good. It's so good that it's ended up on grindcore tracks as like an intro bit, which I love. I love that so much. That's one of the few things. One of the unsung things about movies is that there's these really cool things called grindcore music videos and songs. And what they do is they take little clips sometimes from the start of those things. It's not just grindcore, it's all sorts of music. And then they put it at the beginning and it'll be like, what do you mean? It's the fucking agency. Shut up. And it's like, fuck yeah. Oh, and then all of a sudden and then screaming. I love that.
Is down.
Or you get like some strong bad shit, which is also good. You gotta love some strong bad shit.
Gotta love it.
You gotta love it. What, are you not gonna love it? Doubt it.
Yeah, well, there's some good lines in this movie. In general, it's an Arnold movie, and we're at peak Arnold too. So there's like some fucking like we didn't watch it this time with the director's commentary, although I have seen that. This movie is one of a couple movies that are kind of infamous for their director commentary tracks that feature Arnold on it, who is mostly for the entire commentary track like audibly pointing at the screen going, look at my muscles, I got to make out with Sharon Stone.
Which, amazing. Love that.
And in the movie, he's bringing that same sort of fucking energy of just this like insane fucking goofball. I think we were talking about on the Pitch Black episode, or no, it was the voicemail we got in response to that from our friend of the pod, Froggy Doggy, about how Dwayne Johnson is not really an actor. He just plays himself in every movie. I think you could say the same thing about Arnold, but the thing is that Dwayne Johnson is like a normal guy and Arnold is kind of like a weird space alien, you know?
You're just saying that because he's Austrian. I get it. I understand that.
Well, I know from your comments earlier how you feel about Austrians.
That they have a grove where they bring Hillary Clinton to worship the owl god. Yeah, absolutely.
And also that they hand out lots of methamphetamine in favor of them.
And who doesn't love that? Okay. Yeah, what's that bit? There's that bit from fucking I can't even remember. I think it was oh, what's his name? The big guy from Big Lebowski who's
He
fuck.
was the spider guy in Monsters Inc. That's I don't remember his name.
John Goodman. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Why did it
there
take
you
me
go.
so fucking long to remember John Goodman? Anyways, John Goodman, I can't even remember if this is actually his line or if I'm having like a synaptic like
Mhm.
firestorm right now. But like, yeah, John Goodman being like, say what you will about the the National Socialists, but at least they have an ethos. When he's talking about the nihilists. And yeah, well, you know, say what you want about the National Socialists, but at least they had methamphetamines, you know, or just regular amphetamines, excuse me. Say what you will about the tenets of National Socialism, but what a line. Also, I love it because that character in The Big Lebowski is supposed to be Jewish saying that, and that's very funny. It's very funny.
It is extremely almost as funny as him in True Stories.
Oh God, I love True Stories. We're gonna have to do that one for the
Yeah.
the side
Yeah.
bit.
I mean, it's I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so Arnold is fucking hamming it up.
Yeah. Arnold is fucking.
He is fucking in this movie.
Yeah, he
Arnold
is,
is
yeah.
laying some fucking pipe.
Oh. He does lay pipe, but also stop.
He's
Also,
fucking he's got his worm out.
Oh.
He's ready to rub it in a meat tube.
He is blasting some. Oh God, I can't even.
Blasting some rope.
He's blasting some ropes with Sharon Stone, and then other people too. He's on vacation, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually what this whole movie is it's vacation, and that's so funny.
Yeah.
This is like, oh, what's the conceit of this movie? Oh, you know what? I want to go on vacation. And it's like, okay, what do you want to do on your vacation? Well, we're going to send you on a secret spy mission. And it's all right.
It's so funny how much of like like just a dork he is too in the movie. Just, like he's literally just like, I want to go to Mars. I love Mars. And there's not really any there's not really any character reason given for that other than he just likes Mars. He has a dream about it.
He's like genetically predisposed to go to Mars, I think, is the thing. You know, he's like, yeah, I mean, like, you know, I think the joke in the movie, and one of the reasons you're supposed to be guessing about whether or not he actually is going to Mars or this is all happening in his head, is that, you know, he is before all of the stuff that's getting implanted in his head at the clinic, at this dream sleep clinic, cool place, is that they do also have before that him being like, I just want to go to Mars, and I love it, and he has a dream about it, and the character that you also see in the clinic as like this is all a hallucination kind of thing, is also there in his dream, and it's like, it's very catty, you know, not catty, it's very coy about whether or not these things are real, and I love that. I just fucking love that, everybody.
Yeah,
I love this movie.
Yeah, that's another aspect of it that's really just well done in general. There's also like there's so many just moments from the movie that are just like individually like cool little vignettes. Like when he fucking pulls the tracker out of his nose.
Oh God, yeah. And they do the great prosthetic work for that again.
Again, yeah, that's another good example. I even forgot about like when he first gets to Mars and he's got like the fucking like face mask on for the lady.
Mhm.
Oh, fucking something I had in my notes for the movie that I didn't save and lost when my power went out.
Yeah. By the way, Monk's been struggling with power for the last couple of days. Just
Texas
FYI.
is so cool. I'm so glad that I live in Texas. And I get to do things like live in the fucking Days Inn for a night because I don't
Hell
have
yeah.
electricity. I need to work. It was actually really nice. This is one of the benefits of selling out is when the power goes out. I got a hotel room comped by my company.
So wild. So wild. I heard about that and was just like, damn.
Well, they needed me on after hours. It would have fucking been
Yeah.
chaos.
They needed you. I get it. I understand why they did it. Just also, wow.
Yeah. I mean, every other place I've worked for, if given the choice between saving like $80 and causing a massive fucking headache for a bunch of people, they would have gone with option B. So it's nice to work for a company that is like, why don't we try option A and spend $80?
Yeah. A bit better.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
But yeah, so it's yeah, so in my notes I had a point. You know how in the one of the cool gadgets that Wade uses at the end of the movie, he's got this like hologram projector that's that he uses like at the end of the movie. And it's like it like projects a clone of himself that he uses to, like, trick a bunch of people into shooting each other and like wasting all their ammo and bullshit like that. Do you know why he has a hologram projector?
Yeah. Yeah. He gets it at like the beginning of the movie.
Well, that's how he gets it. Do you know why he has one?
No, actually. Why did they do that?
Because you can't tell if he's real or not.
Can you walk me through this?
Because there's all these questions in the movie about like his identity and whether he's like Quaid or this other guy, and like, like thematically, it's an extension of the theme of like, like down to like what I think is an inconsequential detail about like what type of gadget he has. But I would give Verhoeven enough credit to think like, oh, this is like that he at least recognized that what he was doing had like thematic congruence with the rest of the movie. You know?
Oh, absolutely. He's definitely that kind of guy. Just also, yeah, no, didn't think about it. Never thought about that. But yeah, you're totally right. That makes sense. Yeah. Wild.
There's also all these questions too about like when so they get captured at the end of the movie and they're being reprogrammed. Well, Quaid is being reprogrammed back to who he supposedly originally was, and then what's her name? The female lead.
I can't remember her name, but yeah.
Yeah, she's getting reprogrammed into Quaid's or not Quaid, but his real fake name. She's getting Hauser, yeah.
Yeah, Hauser.
She's getting fucking turned into Hauser's trad wife.
Yep.
And one of the things that they say about what they're going to do with her is they're going to make her more obedient. And then for the rest of the movie, like Quaid immediately when he gets out of his own chair when he's being reprogrammed, he goes to her and he's like, "Are you still who you really are?" And she is obeying everything he says for the rest of the movie.
Oh my god. Oh god.
They also do like this little a second because of the a lot of what they foreshadow in the beginning of the movie is really, I think, easy to catch without necessarily even looking for it. But like in the second foreshadowing bit when they meet the doctor, there's also this really cool. I'm just jumping back around to fucking moments. They have this moment where they literally talk about they gave away the main twist of the movie, which is the walls of reality will come crashing down around you. One moment you'll be fucking the big bad's enemy, the next he'll be bosom buddies, and then that's what happens is he's actually best friends with him. And then the doctor says, if you shoot me, the walls of your reality will come crashing down. And he shoots the doctor, and immediately someone jumps through the wall.
The wall explodes. Yeah. Just so good.
Like, this is like the kind of thing that makes it feel like, oh, the hologram thing. In another movie, I would hear someone say something like that and be like, okay, sure, fucking, yeah, right.
Yeah.
But like in this movie, there's so much intent that you can tell is there behind literally everything that it's like, yeah, like why wouldn't this be like intentional, you know?
Yeah. It's just so focused on theme work, and it's just like, wow. Wowee. Oh God.
Overall, great movie. I don't think I could make a better movie than Total Recall. Do you think you could make a better movie than Total Recall?
I could try, but I don't think I'd do it.
I think someone thought they could, and that's why we have a Total Recall remake.
Yeah, which is like completely the opposite. Just one of the worst things you've ever seen. Amazing.
I haven't
stuff.
seen it. Is there anything notable at all about it, or is it just bad?
It is bad. I barely remember anything about it. Yeah, it's like unbearable to watch.
Interesting.
Isn't that interesting? Yeah. Let's see. What else can we say about this movie? I don't know. I feel like I've covered everything I want to say about it. It's just really good. If you haven't seen it before, you should go fucking watch it.
Yeah. I think definitely not only a should watch, but a must watch, I think. And I think that's pretty uncontroversial today. I also think if you're going to pick a Verhoeven movie, I think it's probably this one.
Really?
I like it more than Starship Troopers. I like it more than RoboCop, which I think are the two main contenders for the Verhoeven movie. I like it way more than both of those. Starship Troopers I think is okay, but yeah, I just think it's okay.
Yeah, I think most people would probably go RoboCop.
RoboCop, I kind of feel like kind of shits the bed in the second half of the movie. I just not that it like there's a long stretch of RoboCop where it just gets really boring and nothing's happening.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you're probably right about that, but just like as like themes go, it's very focused and like also like important for a lot of people, right? Where like the kind of like isn't real thing that's happening in Total Recall, which I love, of course, but it is kind of like heady, right? And to be honest, a lot of people don't get that it's not just like a romp.
Sure.
I know it's shocking to watch it because it does seem so on the nose. This is also a common theme with Verhoeven movies. People don't get it.
Yeah, I think RoboCop is the one that's easiest to get. I think you got to.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think that. I think if you are watching movies because they're easy to get and not because they have a lot to get, I think that's maybe a you problem, or not you specifically.
No, I know. I'm not saying that like that's I do tend to agree that like it's not the whole thing. It's good to be like watching challenging things. Please do it.
I don't
but
necessarily call Total Recall a challenging movie. Talking about
no, but it's got like some parts that are, and I'm using challenging very lightly here. It is more challenging than a RoboCop. Yeah. Yeah, RoboCop is it's feeding you. It's feeding you with a spoon. Where like if you're watching this, not this. If you're watching Total Recall, you're using the spoon yourself. And if you're watching Starship Troopers, you're using a utensil that you don't necessarily know how to use. At least during the 90s when it was released. Now people might have the utensils to use it a little bit better. Am I overstretching this metaphor? Yeah, probably. Okay.
I think you are. But
yeah,
it's okay.
But you know what I mean. Everyone knows what I
Not
mean.
all of us
It's
can be
fine.
Paul Verhoeven.
That's true. Not all of us can be Paul Verhoeven. I'm looking at all of the things that Verhoeven's directed, and I'm realizing there's a lot more here than I thought.
Interesting.
Wow. And of course, a lot of it's like, especially before his breakthrough into the American market. There's several things that are, I believe, in Dutch. I
think
can't
you're
remember.
Correct. For him.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think he's got like a pretty extensive like filmography from what I. But I was kind of surprised to hear you'd seen everything except for just one of them.
Yeah,
I don't
there's
know.
yeah, no, I the main ones. I've seen all but one of the really like main ones.
Yeah.
You know, I guess no, I haven't seen Hollow Man. I guess Hollow Man's kind of a big one too.
Damn.
And then
Brian's a
Basic
fake,
Instinct.
everyone.
I'm a fake. I'm a fake. I'm a liar. Make fun of me on Twitter.
Yeah, I think Total Recall is. I still think Total Recall is the one to watch if you're. If you have the brain of a child, maybe. It's a good movie.
I do think that RoboCop is just generally a good one. I would recommend it anyways. I do like Total Recall better, I think. But
yeah.
Starship Troopers is really my favorite because it makes me laugh a lot.
Starship Troopers is also a very good movie. I think it depends on if you want something that has better action or better comedy. And Starship Troopers is definitely a funnier movie than Total Recall. Although Total Recall, pretty funny movie.
It's got some pretty funny moments in it. It really does. It really fucking does.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I don't know, like
There's
big recommend.
that,
just do it.
There's a thing that Vince Gilligan said when it's not an insight unique to him, but there was an interview I watched of him when he was talking about his casting decision for Breaking Bad, like so many comedy actors in his drama series. And he talks about how like a good dramatic actor and a good comedic actor, like a lot of what acting is, or like any sort of like artistic media is, it's a sense of tension and then release, you know? And that's what comedy, what you have to be like really good at for comedy, is because you have a joke that develops tension over a pretty short period of time, and then you release it with a punchline. Again, it's like the pace in comedy is it tends to be really fast with that. With those beats. And I think Verhoeven is kind of approaching this from the opposite direction, where he has these actors that I think are mostly known for dramatic roles, but he's directing the shit out of them. They end up being like really funny, even if like Michael Ironside is not the type of guy that I would say is like a laugh riot.
No.
But there's a lot of really funny Michael Ironside scenes in this movie.
There sure are. You know, he's just so willing to like dedicate himself. I think that's so much of it, is that Michael Ironside is so willing to just go overly hard. And that's something, you know?
It's good to see him in a fucking good movie for Highlander.
Really. Oh my God, seriously.
I almost forgot how we watched them.
Yeah, that was rough. That was a rough one. Yeah. Yeah, it's Michael Ironside's in that movie, a beam of light in this movie. Like he is like well integrated into the entire atmosphere, which is the sign of a good movie. Is that the characters are part of the world. Unlike in Highlander, where the world feels like it's made of cardboard, and Michael Ironsides is just kind of running through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have anything else to add about this or the greater Verhoeven canon? Or
I don't think so. I think I'm pretty set on talking about this one. How about you? You got anything else you want to say about it?
No, I think that's most of it. I mean, I would again, I think it's a must watch. I don't think most of the movies we cover are must watches.
No.
Uh, Versus, I mostly think is a much watch because I want people's feedback on it. I want more people to saying that Brian is wrong. So that one I have a personal stake in.
Yeah, and I want more people to watch it and say that Monk is wrong. So, are you Team Monk or Team Brian? Put it in your email.
Yeah, this one is legitimately a must.
Mm-hmm.
I guess what else? I guess what else would we? I don't know. I don't want to go back through our whole catalog and figure out.
No.
Figure it out yourself. You don't need.
Yeah, figure it
here's
out.
what's a must watch is you need to watch your mouth. I don't fucking know.
Wow.
That was gonna go somewhere and it did.
Yeah, it did not go anywhere. That was amazing. That was excellent work.
Yeah. We got a voicemail. Speaking of
We
watching
do?
your mouth, you want to listen to the voicemail?
Yeah, let's listen to the voicemail.
Hey, it's Troggy Doggy again. I wanted to say because I'm way behind on my podcast, so I hope I'm not too late for like 2-3 episodes from when Highlander 2 comes out, podcast episode. But my dad, the only thing I know about Highlander 2, and it's not really about it, but my dad specifically went with his friend because they both loved the first Highlander movie. They went to the theater, and his friend specifically was so excited that he did donuts in the parking lot and got wasted waiting for the midnight release or whatever the fuck, and then was incredibly disappointed driving home.
Mm-hmm.
So that's literally the only thing I know about Highlander 2. Also, Monk, congrats on moving to Chicago, whenever that ends up being. I hope you have fun. And the main reason the Amtrak is so fucking long, probably, is because there's not a dedicated Amtrak line. It's literally just using, freight lines. So if there's a freight train, you got to kind of pull off to the side for a minute and wait for it to pass, which could be miles long, and who knows how many fucking freight trains there are on your way up. So that's probably why you don't kind of have to wait for that for planes. They don't tend to be that big. Anyway, y'all have fun with Highlander 3, I guess. I don't know. Bye.
Thank you, Troggy Doggy, for telling us about your dad's friend drunk driving.
Thank you, appreciate it. Drunk driving, doing donuts, drunk.
I really forget everything I say on this fucking podcast the moment I hit stop recording. I have no fucking memory of us talking about Amtrak.
Yeah, we were talking about taking the train. Taking the train between Chicago and Texas.
Yeah, I don't recall the last time I took that train ride. I don't recall there being too many freight diversions. I think it's just the Amtrak is just like slow as shit, right? That's like if you drive a car like 60 to 80 miles an hour for most of the ride way through, that's about the same amount of time it would take to get to Chicago. So I don't think it's really stopping too often.
Interesting.
But that might happen a couple times. I think I'm set on taking a plane at this point.
Yeah.
But even though I hate planes, and I also I like trains, but you know what I prefer is sitting my ass down at a computer.
Yeah. I would prefer to be at the computer.
That's the real thing I should do.
One day in the future, Monk, and I'm really excited for this.
Yeah.
They're going to take the whole computer and put it in us. Then we'll just
like Elon Musk,
like Egon Musk, and then whenever we go anywhere, we will not be away from computer. And in fact, if the power goes out, it won't matter because we're the power. We'll just eat some food and it'll be fine.
Oh yeah,
that's the blessing. That's the blessing right there. That's the future.
Damn.
Like I know, you take some time away from the computer, you have a power outage. It's like fine, right? It's fine for a minute, but not very long, I don't know about you, Monk, but going without for a very long period of time, kind of stressful for me.
Yeah, I kind of am not happy about how stressful it was to not have to not have power for 2 days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
And
hard.
Also,
It
I had
is.
power for like 1 evening out of that 2 days. So that was probably like
Mhm.
24 hours and I was awake and did not have electricity. And it's like, damn, my life.
Mhm. Yeah, common experience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This must be why fucking like the birth rate skyrockets like after a power outage.
that's so
Like,
funny.
well,
Everyone's
there's
like,
nothing else
well,
to do.
time to have a baby, I guess. And that's why electricity is bad, actually.
That's true.
Yeah, because we got to get those birth rates up. Oh god, I couldn't even get through that one.
Well, now that Brian's done talking about the merits of the Nazis and the birth rates and all that shit.
As I am wont to do, well, as a lover of amphetamines, I just gotta say, okay,